Well. Look who finally showed up tonight. I've been waiting for you. All of you. The dreamers, the broken, the outcasts, the ones who've had their names spat on, their plans mocked, their fire dimmed by this so-called city of order. Welcome to my little theater of madness. Pull up a chair, lean in close, because tonight, your blood starts boiling with truth. You see, this city, this rotting machine dressed up in skyscrapers, this circus of men in suits, this cage of contracts and chains. It was never built to celebrate you. It was built to drain you dry. Your sweat is their wine. Your hunger is their feast. Your silence is their symphony. But something's shifting tonight. The air smells like gasoline. The walls hum like dynamite waiting for its kiss of fire. And I came to whisper in your ear that delicious secret you've been choking on for years. You're about to shut this whole thing down. They told you that you'd always be a pawn. They told you the mayor was untouchable. They told you the system was immortal, the banks indestructible, the economy invincible. And yet here you are. One spark away from collapsing their towers into ashes. One grin away from turning the mayor's pen into a white flag of surrender. One heartbeat away from making them file for bankruptcy, not just of money, but of power, of pride, of control. Oh, can you taste it? The panic in their throats, the way their hands shake behind their mahogany desks. They're watching you right now. They're terrified because you've done the one thing they never thought possible. You refused to stay quiet. You refused to bend. You refused to die crawling. And do you know what happens when someone like you stops begging and starts laughing? The whole city folds like paper. Picture this: the mayor, the councilman, the bankers, every single smug puppet who thought your life was a joke. They're staring at screens, watching you walk like a storm through their empire. Their pockets, empty. Their vaults, cracked. Their speeches, meaningless. All their numbers, their calculations, their secret meetings, their untouchable networks. Destroyed by the one thing they underestimated: your hunger, your rage, your refusal to quit. I'll let you in on the cruelest joke of all. The city doesn't run on laws. It doesn't run on money. It doesn't even run on politicians. It runs on fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of being broke. Fear of being nobody. And the second you throw that fear back in their faces, the second you stop trembling and start smiling, they collapse like dominoes in a burning church. That's why tonight isn't just about rebellion. It's about revenge. It's about reclaiming every sleepless night, every rejection, every humiliation you carried like chains. This city thought it broke you, but in reality, it forged you. It sharpened you. It created the monster standing here now, ready to pull the plug on its pretty little power grid. So here's my toast to you. To the ones who were laughed at, to the ones who were underestimated, to the ones who were told, "You'll never matter." Guess what? You matter so much, the mayor himself is about to bankrupt his own soul trying to stop you. And when the smoke clears, when the sirens fade, when the city is nothing but a graveyard of shattered glass and trembling men in suits, you'll be standing there, unbroken, unbent, unstoppable. And do you know what the world will call that moment? Not chaos, not crime, not madness. They'll call it power. So smile, my friend, smile wide, because tonight, you're not just living in their city. Tonight, this city is living in your shadow. And oh, don't you just love it? The silence, right before the explosion. The way the city holds its breath, praying, hoping, begging that maybe, just maybe, you'll quit. But you won't quit, will you? Because you finally tasted the truth. And truth, my dear, once it's in your veins, is deadlier than poison. Look at them. The mayor, the bankers, the so-called guardians of law. Men who smile for the cameras while cutting your throat behind closed doors. Men who build golden thrones out of your broken backs. Men who gamble with your future and call it policy. And now, these mighty men are nothing but rats clawing at sinking ships. Do you hear it? The scratching, the squealing, the sound of their empire cracking open. Oh, they thought the system was bulletproof. They thought you'd stay quiet forever, eyes down, knees bent, begging for scraps. But you learned their secret. Systems don't collapse from bombs. They collapse when the forgotten finally remember who they are. Let me paint it clearer for you. Tomorrow morning, the city will wake up to headlines that read, Mayor declares emergency. City bankrupt. Chaos on the streets. But that's not the truth. The truth will be much darker. The mayor didn't lose control. The bankers didn't run out of money. The police didn't lose the streets. No. They lost to you. They lost to the very person they mocked, discarded, underestimated, and deep down, they'll know it wasn't luck. It was inevitability. And oh, the taste of inevitability is delicious, isn't it? The city thought it could bury you, but every time they threw dirt on your name, you turned it into concrete. Every time they slammed a door, you used it as kindling. Every no, every failure, every get lost was a nail in their coffin, not yours. You've been building this moment for years, in silence, in shadows, while they laughed, while they celebrated, while they slept on satin sheets. You were becoming the monster they feared in their nightmares. And let me remind you of something brutal. The world doesn't respect the nice. It doesn't honor the humble. It doesn't kneel for the obedient. The world kneels for the ones who grab it by the throat and squeeze until it coughs up the respect it owes. That's you now, the one holding the throat of this city, the one squeezing till the mayor chokes on bankruptcy papers, the one who takes their laws, rips them up, and laughs while the ashes fall. So when the lights go out tonight and the city flickers in darkness, remember this moment. Remember that you weren't just here to survive. You weren't here to beg. You weren't here to follow their rules. You were here to prove that their entire kingdom was built on lies. And you toppled it with nothing but your scars, your madness, your refusal to die. So let the alarms scream, let the cameras roll, let history write its headlines. But let me tell you what the truth will whisper in back alleys for decades to come. That one night, in one forgotten city, a single soul stood up, burned down the throne, and made the mayor bankrupt his own destiny. And that soul, that storm, that monster was you.